Behind China's dazzling skylines and its electrifying nightlife, there exists a world that remains hidden from most visitors. Beyond the sparkle of Shanghai's high-end rooftop bars and the frenetic energy of Beijing's bustling Sanlitun lies a shadowy realm's secret gatherings, underground gambling rings, and the untold stories of those pursuing dreams in ways they never anticipated. What truly unfolds behind those unmarked doors? And what's the real cost of chasing the elusive nightlife fantasy? Stick around, because the truth is about to unfold. Beneath the dazzling neon lights of Shanghai, the pulsing beats of Beijing's night scene, and the lively riverfront parties in Guangzhou, there exists a concealed world that most visitors never get a chance to witness. This hidden side exists behind velvet drapes, down alleyways without names, and encrypted within apps on phones. Away from the glimmer and glamour, these cities hold secrets that reveal a far darker reality of China's nightlife. While the club lights shine and champagne pours, another underground network thrives in the shadows. Did you know that over 30% of illegal gambling in cities like Beijing and Shanghai now takes place through encrypted messaging apps? This tech-savvy underground network makes it almost impossible for authorities to trace. Behind closed doors, secret games of chance unfold, carried out through whispered codes and private invitations. But this is only part of the picture. Hidden underground parties take place far from public eyes, where the atmosphere often drifts into more dangerous terrain, and for women, the stakes are even higher. In places like Shanghai and Beijing, more than half of the women working in adult entertainment report facing difficulties in their work. Imagine stepping through an unmarked door in a Shanghai alley, with the sound of bass growing louder with each step. You move through dimly lit hallways illuminated by flickering neon lights. Inside, you find a scene that is both alluring and unsettling: flashing lights, thick smoke, and eyes that quickly scan any unfamiliar face. This isn't a scene from a movie, it's happening right now. For women like Li Mei, these promises of a better life often lead to something much darker. Li Mei recalls her experience. "I was promised enough money to change my life. But the moment I walked in, I knew it wasn't what I imagined. The work was exhausting, and every night I felt more trapped. There was no escape." Her story is far from rare. Many women enter this world with hopes of wealth, only to find themselves vulnerable to manipulation and abuse. But how does this secretive world continue to exist in cities under constant surveillance? What role does technology play in keeping these shadows hidden? We'll uncover this soon. But before we continue, if you'd like to support us, please take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications. We're committed to bringing you more eye-opening stories. As the sun sets over Shanghai, the city changes. The lights of its iconic skyline reflect off the Pier River, creating a scene like no other. At the heart of this glitzy backdrop is Bar Rouge, high above the Bund. Here, the world feels alive with energy. Picture yourself sipping a carefully crafted cocktail, the tang of citrus and fine spirits lingering on your lips. The thumping bass of the music sets the rhythm, while the city pulses with life below. The atmosphere is both lively and refined, making Bar Rouge the symbol of Shanghai's sophisticated nightlife. But there's more. For those seeking an even more exclusive experience, the Mint Club offers a private escape. Hidden behind velvet ropes, it radiates class and elegance. With sleek design and a strict guest list, it's a place where luxury and intimacy meet. The Mint Club isn't just a club, it's an exclusive experience where you're more than just another face in the crowd. Shanghai wasn't always this way. Not so long ago, the city's nightlife revolved around intimate tea houses and family gatherings. These spaces were about connection, with the gentle aroma of green tea filling the air. But as Shanghai's economy soared, so did its nightlife. The old charm of tea houses faded, replaced by towering bars and luxury clubs. Today, places like Bar Rouge and the Mint Club showcase how far Shanghai has come. In 2024, Shanghai's nightlife industry grew by 20%, becoming one of the world's top nightlife destinations. The demand for VIP experiences, international DJs, and stunning venues continues to rise. Every weekend, thousands flood to Shanghai's hotspots to feel the energy. Imagine standing on a rooftop above the Bund at midnight. The city glitters endlessly in every direction. The sound of conversations, the rhythm of the music, and the energy of the crowd create an unforgettable vibe. Maybe tonight you'll meet a stranger who becomes a friend. Perhaps you'll spot a celebrity across the room. Have you experienced Shanghai's nightlife, or is it still on your bucket list? Let us know in the comments what's the first place you'd visit. Bar Rouge, the Mint Club, or somewhere else? But here's the question, does all this glamour hide a more complex reality behind closed doors? Stick with us as we uncover the secrets of Shanghai, even the most experienced travelers might find surprising. When the sun sets, Beijing bursts into life, and nowhere is this more apparent than in Sanlitun Bar Street. As you step into this lively district, you're immediately swept up by the energy. Loud music spills from open doors, blending with the tempting aroma of street food. Neon signs flash in every direction, lighting up the packed sidewalks where locals, expats, and travelers move between bustling bars and international restaurants. Sanlitun isn't just a spot on the map, it's a complete experience. Did you know that more than 50% of Beijing's young professionals make this their weekend hangout? Here, you'll meet people from all corners of the world, drawn to this cultural melting pot. For those seeking excitement, Mix Club is the place to be. This legendary venue is a paradise for EDM fans, with world-renowned DJs like Hardwell and Martin Garrix having rocked the stage. As soon as you step inside, you're immersed in a world of pulsating bass, flashing LED screens, and a crowd that dances until the first light of dawn. But what if you're looking for something quieter? Sanlitun also offers relaxed bars where you can enjoy a craft beer or sip a smooth whiskey in a cozy atmosphere. It's a striking contrast. One moment, you're in the middle of a chaotic dance floor, and the next, you're in a calm corner, chatting with new friends. One tradition that unites all Beijingers is KTV karaoke. More than just singing, KTV is about laughter, connection, and letting go. Whether you're with colleagues, friends, or even strangers, gathering in a private karaoke room is a cherished pastime. Imagine this, you're in a plush KTV suite with your group, the room glowing in colorful lights. Someone hands you the microphone, and the opening notes of a classic song fill the room. The group cheers as you sing along, imperfect but full of joy. In that moment, it's not about being flawless, it's about having fun and creating memories. It's no surprise that 50% of Beijingers aged 20 to 35 enjoy KTV every month, according to data from the year 2024. From luxurious suites with top-tier sound systems to casual spots with affordable prices, KTV venues cater to every budget. For many, it's the perfect way to relax after a busy week or wrap up a thrilling night out. Beijing's nightlife is a tale of contrasts. One minute, you're lost in the lively chaos of Sanlitun or the electrifying atmosphere of Mix Club. Then, you're in a private KTV room, laughing and singing with friends. This seamless shift from global nightlife trends to deeply rooted local customs is what makes Beijing so special. It's a place where you can dance to the latest international hits and, in the next moment, belt out a classic Chinese ballad. But Beijing's nightlife doesn't stop when the final song fades or the last drink is poured. What happens when the music's over? Stick around to discover more. In China, the nightlife flows seamlessly into a cherished tradition: late-night meals. Whether you've spent the night dancing in a chic Shanghai nightclub or exploring the bustling bar scene in Beijing's Sanlitun, the true spirit of the night often reveals itself around a table of steaming dishes, laughter, and shared moments. It's not just about eating, it's about unwinding, slowing down, and savoring the time with friends or even strangers who have become companions for the night. In China, the midnight feast is more than a meal, it's a unique experience. Late-night dining in China has something for everyone. If you're in the mood for something extravagant, upscale restaurants in Shanghai stay open well into the early hours, serving everything from delicate dim sum to steaming hot pots, and even luxurious fusion dishes paired with fine wine. Picture yourself in a rooftop restaurant, the glittering city lights below, as you enjoy a perfectly roasted Peking duck or a modern twist on classic Chinese flavors. But if you're after something more casual and lively, the street vendors are waiting. In Beijing, the air is thick with the mouth-watering scents of grilled skewers, soy-simmered noodles, and sizzling dumplings at 3 in the morning. Imagine standing in a small crowd, chopsticks in hand, as you dig into a plate of wok-tossed noodles, a burst of flavors, smoke, and the chatter of night dwellers. Here's an interesting fact: in Shanghai alone, late-night eateries have seen a 50% rise in foot traffic over the past 2 years, with crowds ranging from partygoers to families seeking a warm meal to end their day. Imagine the rich aroma of a bubbling hot pot, spiced with Sichuan peppers and fragrant herbs. Hear the clink of chopsticks on ceramic bowls, the hum of conversation in dimly lit eateries, and the occasional sizzle from a nearby wok. Feel the cozy warmth of a small noodle shop, offering refuge from the cool night air. In China, food is more than sustenance, it's life itself. And this belief extends well into the early hours. Late-night meals are about much more than eating, they're about connection and celebration. Whether it's a group of young professionals laughing over skewers after a long day or friends raising their glasses to a successful night out, these meals create memories just as rich as the dishes themselves. A recent study found that 80% of young professionals in cities like Beijing and Shanghai prefer dining late into the night. For them, it's a chance to reconnect, celebrate, or simply enjoy familiar, comforting flavors. These midnight meals have become a beloved tradition, reflecting China's deep culinary roots and its lasting appreciation for togetherness. What's your favorite late-night dish? Have you ever shared a plate of noodles with friends at 3 a.m.? Or tried street food after a night out? Let us know in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else's next culinary adventure. As the night unfolds, Guangzhou reveals one of its brightest gems, Pier, a lively hotspot along the sparkling Pearl River. At dusk, Pier presents a peaceful scene. Locals and visitors relax with cocktails in riverside lounges, the buzz of conversation blending with the soothing sounds of live music. But as midnight approaches, the mood shifts. The calm atmosphere bursts into vibrant beats, neon lights flicker to life, and the unmistakable energy of celebration fills the air. This dramatic shift from serenity to excitement is what makes Pier so unforgettable. Not long ago, this area was a quiet riverside retreat, a place for leisurely strolls and simple gatherings. But as Guangzhou evolved, so did Pier. Today, it stands as a symbol of the city's evolving nightlife, a place where modern energy meets deep-rooted tradition. Every year, more people are drawn here, seeking the perfect blend of old and new. Foot traffic at Pier has increased by 25% annually, fueled by its growing reputation as a nightlife destination. But with this growth comes a challenge. How does a location so rich in local culture embrace rapid modernization? How can it cater to both history lovers and those in search of a lively night out? Guangzhou, one of China's oldest cities, is a master of balance. Pier embodies this spirit by merging centuries of history with the pulse of contemporary innovation. Imagine enjoying a plate of authentic Cantonese dim sum, its flavors steeped in tradition, just a few steps away from a cutting-edge music venue where international DJs light up the dance floor. Here, ancient culinary practices blend with global rhythms, creating a seamless contrast. This fusion of the traditional and the modern is the heart of Pier. It's where families savor local dishes at riverside eateries, while just around the corner, crowds dance through the night at trendy nightclubs. With over 50 million yuan invested in the year 2024, Pier's expansion has ensured that it grows alongside the city while preserving its cultural roots. But is Pier the final chapter of Guangzhou's nightlife, or is this just the beginning? Stay with us, there's more to discover. China's nightlife wasn't always filled with bright lights and thumping beats. Decades ago, evenings were more subdued, centered around cozy tea houses, family meals, and gatherings that celebrated connection and culture. These were spaces where stories were told, laughter filled the air, and tradition was honored. But as China's economy soared, so did its nightlife. Wealth flooded into cities, skylines were transformed, and global influences began to make their mark. Quiet tea houses gave way to flashy rooftop bars, and intimate family dinners turned into lively nights out. Cities like Shanghai, Beijing, and Guangzhou became the focal points of this cultural shift, each city weaving its own narrative into the vibrant tapestry of modern Chinese nightlife. The transformation of China's nightlife is deeply tied to its rapid urbanization. As industries grew and wealth spread, cities began attracting not just locals but people from all over the world. This prosperity didn't just bring money, it brought new ideas. Western entertainment trends mixed with traditional Chinese values, creating a nightlife culture that's distinctly Chinese. Take Shanghai, for example. The city's nightlife thrives against the backdrop of its iconic skyline. Upscale lounges and trendy clubs like M1NT and Bar Rouge have become symbols of luxury, drawing celebrities and travelers from all corners of the globe. But what did this shift mean for local communities? Imagine a quiet neighborhood in Shanghai transforming almost overnight. The once peaceful streets are now alive with music and laughter, as clubs and restaurants stay open late into the night. For many, this change brought excitement and new opportunities. For others, it raised concerns about preserving the traditions of their hometowns. For those living through this transformation, it wasn't always an easy adjustment. One Shanghai resident shared her experience. "I remember when the first big club opened near our street. It was exciting at first, something new. But soon, everything changed. The noise, the crowds, it felt like we'd lost the quiet charm of our home." This story highlights the challenges that come with change. While the burgeoning nightlife brought economic prosperity and global recognition, it also tested the balance between tradition and modernity. Despite the rise of high-tech clubs and luxury venues, many people in China continue to hold on to cherished customs. In Beijing, late-night dumpling carts, some operated by the same families for generations, remain popular among locals. And in Guangzhou, riverside restaurants serving traditional Cantonese dishes continue to flourish, proving that the old and new can exist side by side. This blend of tradition and modernity is what makes China's nightlife truly unique. It's not just about the dazzling lights, it's about how a culture evolves, blending the future with the past. As China's nightlife continues to grow, the question remains which elements will shape its future. Will tradition continue to hold its ground, or will modernity reshape the experience entirely? The answer may be revealed in the next chapter. When you think about China's nightlife, what comes to mind? Elegant nightclubs with sparkling chandeliers, or lively street markets with steam rising from dumpling carts? The reality is, China's nightlife blends both worlds seamlessly. Take Shanghai's Bund, for instance. In a single night, you can enjoy a glass of champagne at a posh rooftop bar with a view of towering skyscrapers, then walk just a few blocks to savor hand-pulled noodles at a modest street stall. Crystal chandeliers above dance floors meet ancient architecture in the same neighborhood. It's a city where luxury and tradition live side by side, offering something for every type of traveler. This isn't just about nightlife, it's a cultural conversation. Western EDM mixes with traditional Chinese instruments, creating sounds that feel both familiar and exotic. In Guangzhou, you might find yourself dancing to global hits at a club, then finishing the night with a plate of Cantonese dim sum, served by a family who's been perfecting their recipe for generations. These moments where rooftop champagne toasts meet street corner dumpling shops reveal the depth of China's ever-evolving identity. Here, global influences don't overshadow tradition, but instead enhance it. Yet this fusion comes with challenges. China's nightlife also reflects a widening gap between its classes. On one side, the wealthy indulge in exclusive VIP lounges, gourmet dining, and luxury clubs, which generate over 30 billion yuan annually in places like Shanghai. On the other, locals and budget-conscious travelers flock to vibrant night markets for affordable, authentic experiences. Take Beijing, for example, where a street vendor selling sizzling skewers might be just steps away from a high-end cocktail bar. One city, two realities. This contrast isn't just visual, it's a snapshot of China's rapid transformation, with nightlife offering a glimpse into how different groups experience the city. China's nightlife has evolved far beyond its humble beginnings, which were centered on family gatherings and simple pleasures. Now, it's a dynamic blend of old and new, tradition and innovation. Today's nightlife tells the story of both China's past and its future. This isn't just about where you go to have fun, it's about understanding how a culture adapts and evolves over time. For travelers, nightlife becomes an opportunity to discover not only the entertainment but the essence of what makes each city unique. But where is this fusion of modernity and tradition headed? Will luxury nightlife continue to overshadow the timeless practices, or will the two continue to blend into something distinctly Chinese? Let us know your thoughts. Are you drawn to the neon-lit luxury of Shanghai's nightclubs, or do you long for the vibrant pulse of its bustling street markets? And stick around, there are many more adventures to uncover. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next country you want to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Thanks for joining us. Leave a comment, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting videos. See you in the next video.